This article covers the Japanese garrisons on the bypassed Pacific Islands from 1944 to 1945, including the Japanese-mandated territory of Nanyo, South Pacific Detachment. Commander-in-Chief of the South Pacific Detachment Boshiro Hosagaya, the Governor of Nanyo, also the Commander-in-Chief of the South Pacific Detachment. He represented the Japanese government in the Imperial Japanese Navy and held great power in the territory. Marshall Islands Unit. Kwajalein Atoll Detachment. Japanese positions at Kwajalein, Watia, and Eniweto Kanwa Namor Atolls. Kwajalein Atoll Fortress. Japanese Army units. Colonel ASO commanded 2nd Battalion and 1st Sea Mobile Brigade. Eniweto Atoll Fortress. Japanese Army units. 1st Lieutenant Ichikawa led Tank Company, 1st Sea Mobile Brigade. Mili Atoll Fortress. Mili Japanese Navy units. 66th Guard Unit, Captain Masanari Shiga. Detachment of 4th Establishment Department. Total 2,045 men. Japanese Army units. 1st South Seas Detachment, 107th Infantry Regiment. Total 2,237 men. Wathia Atoll Fortress. Wathia Japanese Navy units. 64th Guard Unit, Captain Shinichi Yoshimi. Chitose Air Unit. Establishment Department. Total 2,959 men. Equipment: 6 times 150 mm cannons, 2 times 120 mm cannons, 5 times 150 mm howitzers, 6 times 127 mm AA guns. Japanese Army units. Wathia unit of 1st South Seas Detachment. Wathia remainders of 2nd Battalion, 2nd Mobile Sea Brigade led by Colonel ASO. Waita Armour Group. 2nd Battalion, 1st Sea Mobile Brigade. Total 424 men. Malialap Atoll Fortress. Malialap Atoll Japanese Navy units. 63rd Guard Unit, Rear Admiral Shoichi Kamada. 252nd, 752nd, 755th Air Units. Detachment of 4th Establishment Department. Total 2,940 men. Equipment: 6 15 cm cannons, 2 12 cm cannons, 4 15 cm howitzers, 2 field guns, 1 regimental gun, 10,127 mm AA guns. Japanese Army units. 6th Company, 1st Mobile Sea Brigade, 7th Company, 122nd Infantry Regiment. Total 389 men. Jalwat Island Fortress. Japanese Navy 62nd Guard Unit, Captain Niski Masuda. 4th Establishment Department. Construction Unit, Air Unit. Total 1,584 men. Japanese Army units. 2nd Battalion, 1st South Seas Detachment. Total 727 men. Marion Island Fortress. Japanese Army units. 50th Independent Mixed Brigade, Major General Katsumi Katamura. 331st to 335th Independent Infantry Battalions. Tank Unit, Artillery Unit, AA Gun Unit, Engineer Unit, Signal Unit, Hospital. Total 3,404 men. Japanese Navy units. 44th Guard Unit, Commander Yoshinobu Miyata. 216th Construction Unit. Detachment of 4th Establishment Department. Air Unit. Other. Total 3,221 men. 50th Independent Mixed Brigade was reorganized in May 1944 from the following units on Marion: South Seas 5th Detachment, 7th Detachment Unit, 3rd Company, 52nd AA Gun Battalion, Caroline Islands Detachment, Ponape Island Fortress. Japanese Navy units. 42nd Guard Unit, Captain Jun Naito. 3rd Detachment of 4th Signal Unit, Ponape Detachment of 4th Establishment Department. Total 2,000 men. Equipment: 8,150 mm naval guns, 880 mm naval guns, 280 mm AA guns, 2,127 mm AA guns. Japanese Army units: 52nd Independent Mixed Brigade, Lieutenant General Masayo Watanabe, 342nd to 345th Independent Infantry Battalions, Tank Unit, Artillery Unit, Engineer Unit, Signal Unit, Detachment of 107th Infantry Regiment, 2nd Battalion, 3 Infantry Mortar Companies, Machine Cannon Company, Tank Company. Total: 5,984 men. 52nd Independent Mixed Brigade was reorganized in May 1944 from the following units on Ponape: 3rd South Seas Detachment, 2nd Battalion, 5th Independent Mixed Regiment, Kusai Island Force, Kusai Island Fortress. Japanese Army units: 2nd South Seas Detachment, Lieutenant General Yoshikazu Harada, Detachment HQ, 3 battalions, Tank Company, Engineer Company, 107th Infantry Regiment, Regimental HQ, 1st Battalion, Battalion HQ, 4 Infantry Companies, Artillery Company, Mountain Gun Battalion, Infantry Gun Company, Infantry Mortar Company. Total: 3,811 men. Japanese Navy units: Kusai Detachment of 42nd Guard Unit, Detachment of 4th Signal Unit, Detachment of 4th Establishment Department. Total: 700 men. Mortlock Island Detachment, Mortlock Island Fortress. Japanese Army units: 4th South Seas Detachment, Colonel Masatake Tabita, Detachment HQ, 3 Infantry Companies, MG Company, Infantry Gun Company, Tank Company. Detachment of 51st Independent Mixed Brigade. Total: 753 men. Japanese Navy units: Detachment of 41st Guard Unit, 2,200 mm naval cannons, 8 AA machine cannons, 4th Meteorology Unit, Air Base Crew. Total: 257 men. Enderby Island Unit, Enderby Island Fortress. Japanese Army units: 11th Independent Mixed Regiment, Colonel Tatsuo Yasui, Regimental HQ, 1st Battalion, 2nd Battalion, 3rd Battalion, Artillery Unit, Engineer Unit, AA Gun Unit, Signal Unit. Total: 1,010 men. Japanese Navy units: Detachment of 41st Guard Unit. Total: 243 men. The 1st and 2nd Battalions and some parts of the 11th Independent Mixed Regiment were moved to Truk due to the food shortage on the island. 335 Imperial Japanese Army soldiers and 211 Imperial Japanese Navy soldiers on the island died of hunger and an illness, and 675 IJA soldiers and 32 IJN soldiers returned home from the island. Imperial Army Headquarters, Truk Island Unit. Japanese base at Truk, the pivot of the Japanese position in Nanyo. Truk was a huge naval complex, the Pearl Harbor of the Japanese. It had been under construction since 1937. Japanese aviation facilities was Dublon, Mon, and E10 atolls. Truk District Group under 52nd Division Commander Lt. Gen. Shunzaburo Mugikura. Nucleus: 52nd Division, 51st Independent Mixed Brigade, 52nd Independent Mixed Brigade, Truk Atoll Fortress. Japanese Navy units: 4th Fleet HQ, Vice Admiral Chuichihara, 4th Base Force HQ, 41st, 43rd, 47th, 48th Guard units. Total: 27,856 men. Equipment: 1880 mm naval guns, 10,150 mm naval guns, 280 mm AA guns, 12,127 mm AA guns. Japanese Army units 31st Army HQ, Lieutenant General Shunzaburo Mugikura, 52nd Division, Divisional HQ, 69th Infantry Regiment, 150th Infantry Regiment, Tank Unit **, Signal Unit, Transport Unit, Sea Transport Unit, Ordnance Service Unit, Field Hospital, 51st Independent Mixed Brigade, Major General Kanobu Ishwin, Brigade HQ, 336th to 341st Independent Infantry Battalions, 1st Artillery Unit, Engineer Unit, AA Gun Unit, Signal Unit, 11th Independent Mixed Regiment, 9th Independent Engineer Regiment, 58th Anchorage HQ, total 16,737 men. Tank unit had no tanks because the transport ship was sunk by air raid. Japanese Yap Island Detachment, Yap Island Fortress, Japanese Army Units 49th Independent Mixed Brigade, Colonel Daihachi Ito, Brigade HQ, 323rd to 330th Independent Infantry Battalions, Artillery Unit, AA Gun Unit, Engineer Unit, Signal Unit, Special Field Hospital, total 4,423 men. Japanese Navy units 46th Guard Unit, Captain Masami Chi Tanaka, 205th Construction Unit, total 1,494 men. 49th Independent Mixed Brigade was reorganized in May 1944 from the 4th Detachment Unit on Yap Island. The last Japanese garrison surrendered at Phase Island in the Yap Group. Palau Island Detachment, Palau District Group under 14th Division Commander Lt. Gen. Sadao Inoue. Nucleus, 14th Division, 49th and 53rd Independent Mixed Brigades, Palau Islands Unit. There were 10,700 Japanese defenders under Colonel Kunio Nakagawa. Tank Unit, 14th Division Captain Amano. Babeled Wap Island Fortress, Japanese Army Units 14th Division, Lieutenant General Sadao Inoue. 53rd Independent Mixed Brigade, Major General Takeo Yamaguchi. 347th to 351st Independent Infantry Battalions, Artillery Unit, Engineer Unit, Transport Unit, 1st Sea Mobile Brigade, Tank Unit, 6th South Seas Detachment, Palau Branch of 3rd Ship Transport HQ, 57th Line of Communication Area Unit, total 21,449 men. Japanese Navy units 30th Special Base Force, Vice Admiral Kenma Ito, total 8,286 men. Less 2nd Infantry Regiment, 1st Battalion, 59th Infantry Regiment, Tank Unit, Mariana Islands Unit, Mariana Islands Unit. Commanders in Mariana Islands units. Saipan was defended by 29,662 Japanese Army and Navy troops under Lt. General Yoshitsugu Sato and Admiral Chuichi Nagumu. Northern Mariana District Group, Saipan and Tinian Island area under 43rd Division Commander Lt. Gen. Yoshitsugu Sato. Nucleus, 43rd Division, 47th Independent Mixed Brigade, 5th Infantry Regiment, Colonel Kishi Ogata, 9th Tank Regiment, Colonel Goshima Yokosuka, 1st SNLF, 55th Guard Unit, Tank Unit, 18th Infantry Regiment, 1st Lieutenant Sakamura, Artillery Unit, 47th Independent Mixed Brigade, Captain Yamana, 3rd Independent Mountain Gun Regiment, Lt. Col. Nakajima, Artillery Battalion, 135th Infantry Regiment, Major Aikawa, Artillery Battalion, 136th Infantry Regiment, Major Yabuki. Japanese Navy units. Navy Artillery, 4,200 mm naval guns, 14,150 mm naval guns, 3,140 mm naval guns, 4,120 mm naval guns, 4 80mm naval guns. Pagan Island Fortress Japanese Army Units 9th Independent Mixed Regiment, Colonel Umehachi Tenba. Total 2,150 men. Japanese Navy Units Guard Unit. The unit is unknown. Total 344 men. Rota Island Fortress Japanese Army Units 10th Independent Mixed Brigade, Major Shigeru Maegawa. Total 1,031 men. Japanese Navy Unit Detachment of 41st Guard Unit. It was detached from 56th Guard Unit on Tinian. After destruction of 56th Guard Unit, the command of the detachment on Rota was changed to 41st Guard Unit on Truk. Total 1,954 men. Guam Island Fortress Southern Marianas District Group. The Japanese defenders of this largest Marianas Group island numbered some 19,000 troops under Lt. General Hyo Takashima. Guam Island Area 29th Division Commander, Lt. Gen. Hyo Takashima. Units 29th Division, 48th Independent Mixed Brigade, 1st Company, 9th Tank Regiment, 1st Lieutenant Sachi, 2nd Company, 9th Tank Regiment, Captain Tsunenri Sato. Tank Unit, 29th Division, Captain Hideo Sato. Other Japanese Force Pacific Sea Detachments. Japanese Detachment in Makin Atoll. Butaritari Fortress Japanese Navy Units 5th Special Base Force, LTJG. Seizo Ishikawa. 3rd Special Base Force. Makin Armored Detachment of 3rd Special Base Force. Total 284 troops. Aviation personnel. Total 100 units. 4th Fleet Construction Unit. Total 276 men. All units completed the total of 798 men under command of Lieutenant J.G. Seizo Ishikawa. Most of aviation or labor units had no combat training and were not assigned weapons or a battle station. Also, the number of actual armed combat troops on Makin was no more than 300 men. Makin Naval Base. A surface vessel and submarine port, with naval coastal defenses, possess capacity to receive some Kawanishi H-8K, Emily, flying boat bombers, Nakajima A-6M2N, Rufa, hydrofighters and Aichi-13A1, Jake, recon hydroplanes. Nauru Island Detachment. Nauru Island Fortress Japanese Navy Units 67th Guard Unit, Captain Hisayuki Soada. Yokosuka 2nd SNLF. Nauru Special Construction Unit, 4th Construction Department. Total 4,256 men. Equipment 4,150 mm naval guns, 4 80mm naval guns, 4 twin 127 mm AA guns, 12 25 mm MGs, 10,130 mm MGs. Ocean Island Unit. Ocean Island Fortress Japanese Navy Unit Ocean Detachment of 67th Guard Unit. Gilbert's Island Detachment. Tarawa Atoll Fortress Japanese Navy Units Makin, Apamama, Besho, and Tarawa Atoll's Special Naval Landing Rear Admiral K.G. Shimbasaka. Sasebo 7th Special Naval Landing Force. Also 4,800 naval troops. Tank Unit, Sasebo 7th SNLF commanded by Ensign Otana. Wake Island Detachment. Wake Island Fortress Japanese Navy Units 65th Guard Unit, Captain Shigematsu Sakibara. Total 2,200 men. Equipment 4 twin 127 mm AA guns, 4 80mm AA guns, 5 captured US 3-inch AA guns, 2 captured US 5-inch naval guns, 4,200 mm naval guns, 4,150 mm naval guns, 8,120 mm naval guns. Japanese Army Units 13th Independent Mixed Regiment, Colonel Shigehi Chikamori. Regimental HQ. 1st Battalion, 2nd Battalion, Artillery Company, 1st Tank Unit, 2nd Tank Unit. Equipment: 11 37mm at guns, 4 47mm at guns, 3 regimental guns, 4 field guns, 5 infantry guns, 9 Type 95 light tanks, 4 captured US 3-inch AA guns, 4 captured US 5-inch naval guns. Total: 1,939 men. 13th Independent Mixed Regiment was reorganized in May 1944 from the following units on Wake Island: 3rd South Sea Garrison Unit, 1st Battalion, 5th Independent Mixed Regiment and 16th Tank Regiment. Marcus Island Detachment, Marcus Island Fortress Equipment, Japanese Navy Units, Minami Torishima Guard Unit, Rear Admiral Masato Matsubara. Total: 742 men. Japanese Army Units, 12th Independent Mixed Regiment, Colonel Yoshichi Sakata. 3 Infantry Battalions, Field Gun Company, Tank Company, Signal Company. Total: 2,005 men. Ogasawara Island Detachment, Ogasawara District Group, Japanese Army Units under 109th Division Commander. Nucleus: 109th Division. Lieutenant Colonel Nishi led 26th Tank Regiment, 2nd Mixed Brigade Artillery Group HQ, Col. Kaido. Artillery Unit, 2nd Mixed Brigade, Major Mida. Artillery Battalion, 145th Infantry Regiment, Captain Matsuda. 20th Independent Mortar Battalion, Captain Mizutori. 2nd Middle Infantry Mortar Battalion, Major Nakao. 3rd Middle Infantry Mortar Battalion, Major Kobayashi. Rocket Artillery Company, 1st LT, Yokoyama. 1st Independent Infantry Mortar Company, 1st LT, Yamaki. Artillery Company, 26th Tank Regiment, 1st LT, Kishi. Japanese Navy Units, Navy Artillery, 4,150 mm naval guns, 4,140 mm naval guns, 7,120 mm naval guns, 8,120 mm short naval guns.